5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. The SpaceX Falcon 9 carrying TESS, a planet-hunting spacecraft that will search for new worlds beyond our solar system.
My name is Derek Buzasi, and I'm the Whitaker Eminent Scholar in Science at FGCU, Professor of Physics and Astronomy. TESS is the Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite. Its main mission is to go and find planets around other stars. The science I'm doing isn't exoplanet science, but it also requires very high precision measurement of the light output of stars over a long period of time. So what I'm doing is something called Asteroseismology.
Dr. Buzasi's work on stars tells us a lot about them, how do they form, how do they evolve, what happens to them afterwards, and crucially, what is their internal structure?
Stars oscillate, and they oscillate because sound waves are traveling around inside the star. The sound waves are energetic enough that essentially the shape of the star is distorted slightly as the sound waves move around through it, and those little distortions in shape show up as little changes in the brightness of the star. It allows us to understand how the star is built on the inside.
You know, just like a bell rings, and you can tell something about how big the bell is by the sound it makes, you can tell something about the stars, about how they ring and how they oscillate.
So it's kind of a way for us to look inside the star without actually looking inside the star. I'm specifically looking at about 40 different stars in the TESS field. I observed these stars from space in the same way 20 years ago.
Now we can do those same kind of studies, but in a lot more detail using this TESS space telescope. But by comparing what the stars do now to what they did in the past, we can learn how do they evolve, how do they change.
If the frequencies change, the only reason that happens is if the star is changing, and that means that we're actually seeing the star evolve. We're actually seeing the internal structure of the star change. And that allows us to sort of understand whether our models, our understanding of how these stars evolve with time is correct.